Oh yeah, Black Star Sports TV. Back at it again. Back at it again, man. Hey, we're gonna do that one more time for my man Jermell Charlo out of H Town right here in Houston, baby. Undisputed. Oh yeah, yeah, boy. Well deserved, well deserved. Man, if you missed the fight Saturday night, oh boy, you missed a good one. You know, the rematch, Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano at Carson, California. I had a little bit of disagreement with them choosing the site to go there to fight, but man, it ended up turning to be a pretty good fight night. Undercard sucked, and it wasn't because it wasn't drawn up that way. It just played out that way because the first fight it was okay. You had a guy, a Puerto Rican guy. I don't even remember his name, but he gassed out after 2 rounds. He had pretty nice hands. After that, it just nothing happened. Then Boots Ennis versus Custio Clayton, which I thought was going to be a decent fight, turned out to be a straight wash, and it just was. I don't know. Custio gave up. He didn't want to win that fight, man. He just ready to go get that check and get up out of there. And if you watched, Earl Spence said as much after the fight. He was like, man, this dude ain't even come here to fight, man. And that was kind of obvious. I mean, he barely touched him. He was out of there. But anyway, get to the main event and save the night, man. Brian Castano, man, is a warrior. He went out there. He did his best, man. But the problem was Jermell Charlo made all the adjustments. This is the best Jermell Charlo I've ever seen. And for many reasons, he did everything that he didn't do in the first fight. And above all that, he listened to his corner. And Derek James was right there from the gate, man. And I mean, he didn't leave anything to him to figure out. He guided him every step of the way, which is what you want from a trainer. And yes, Derek James is trainer of the year. I mean, I just can't see. He's so far out ahead of all the other trainers, man. It'd be hard for these guys to catch him at this point. And especially if Earl, gets Bud and gets undisputed there, it's just, ain't nobody got a shot this year. This just been one of those years, man, and it's been really piling up. And don't forget, he still has another fighter fighting June 18th, right here in H-Town when Jamal fights Selecki. Frank Martin is another up and coming guy who just might get a belt for the end of this year, man, because this guy is he's ready. He's ready. He's really looking good, and Derek James got him ready, man. He gets these guys together, man, and he's a teacher, man. And it's one of the art forms that's being lost in the sport of boxing today. You have a lot of trainers, but you don't have those teachers like you used to have. He is from that cloth, man, and he definitely leads and directs these guys. These guys trust him enough to listen. And then you can see Jermell do it, man. And you can look in between rounds. He was like dialed in with him. He listened to everything. Okay, the communication was there. The corner was absolutely perfect, man. And he went out there and, I mean, Jermell did some of the best. I mean, his footwork and the movements in the ring, keeping himself off the ropes. There were moments when he got on the ropes, but surprisingly to that, and another great credit to Jermell was the fact that he beat him up with his back against the ropes this time. With that left hook, the straight jab to the body, the uppercut, which wasn't there in the first fight, right? He had all these things working for him. Then he would turn him and catch him over here and catch him over there. Then he would, every time he came out of an exchange, he leave him with that left hook as he come out. And that left hook was always money. These was punches that he could just pretty much count on. And Brian Castano was always 1-2 steps behind because he could never catch up to what he was doing. He had so many things to work, and he used the arsenal. And it was just a matter of time for him to catch him, man. It was shocking when it came. But, hey, we know. And anybody that doubts his punching power, hold on, man. Let me get it. Man, what am I waiting on, man? I got to get the vibe up in here right. Look, man, I was thoroughly impressed, man. Like I say, this is the best I ever seen Jermell, man. Jermell is growing. Just as he said in the post, he said, man, I got so much things to work on. I'm working on them. I'm doing these things. And he's doing it, and he showed and proved it. He showed and proved it in this fight. He went out there, and it was masterful, man. It really was. In the way that he was calm, and he kept himself together, and he never escaped the game plan. He stayed disciplined. And see, this Devin Haney needs to look at that performance and analyze it himself. Don't get caught up into this thing of where you got to feel like you got to go out there and knock everybody out. Go out there and do your thing. Knockout come, it come. Hey, it came to Jermell. It came. Hell, Brian Castano couldn't believe it. He was like, "What the hell is wrong with me? I can't. I'm trying, but I just. He put them paws on your ass, man. H-Town got an undisputed champion, man. Everywhere I ride around town, they need to be having a big billboard of the Charlo brothers, Jermell Charlo, the Bash brothers. That's what they need to put it together. Put all three of them brothers up on that thing right there, man. Texas need to get up and wake up to what's going on in their state, man. They got something good going on right now, man, and a lot of people are missing it, man. Wake up. If you from the state of Texas, you in Houston, you in Dallas, man, hey, tune in, man. Tune in. It's some good shit going on here, man. Y'all missing it. And boys putting in good work, man, and they making a statement. They making a name for themselves, and history is going down. I mean, hey, man, Hall of Fame guaranteed already. He got it. He already in there. Already in there. So, what they going to say now? Who has he for? What has he done? Can't say that shit no more. That's out the window. Pound for pound, he not on the price. Oh, he on that motherfucker now. He better be on it now. If he ain't on your pound for pound list, then your pound for list ain't shit. That's just what it is. The man went through the whole fucking entire division. He laid them all out, took all the champs' belts. Took all of them belts. He ain't be the guy who had 3 and get them, and then all of a sudden I'm undisputed. No, he each and every one, you give me your shit. You give me your shit. You give me that shit. Give me my shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about, man. That's the way to go do it, man. That's how you get undisputed. That's the way. There ought to be an asterisk for that, a special designation about the undisputed when you get it that way. Because, what if Brian Castano had a 1? He only had 1 belt. You fighting a guy who got 3, and all of a sudden you inherit 3 belts off 1 fight. It shouldn't have the same weight historically or anything, That's something that need to be separated, segregated, and elevated. That's a whole nother thing. Now, hey, tag a franchise on that. You understand? That'll have some work. That'll have some worth to it, But what he did was remarkable, man. I'm extremely proud, man. I was a little rough on my brother on the first one, man, because I was disappointed in some of the things I saw that he didn't do, But he went up there, he cleaned it up, he got disciplined, man. He kept his mind, his focus, and he kept leaning upon what he do best. What he do best. He didn't care about what you do. It don't matter what you do. What do I do? And he stayed in that lane. And Derrick James made sure he did. Every time, hey, man, go like that. Come here, jump to the left, step over here. Probably like here, bring the uppercut. Boom, boom. It was a thing of beauty to watch and see it fold down, man. I was expecting that, hey, man, it's going to go 12. I wasn't really looking for the knockout. And so Jermell was the same way, but hey, man, he shot that left hook, pow, and it right on the temple, man, and shit, everything circuit, man, and my man, Brian Castano ain't never been knocked down before, never been knocked out. He was like, what the hell? You could see the confusion in his face. He was like, oh man, and the ref took his time stopping it, but I thought at first, I said, man, he should have went on and stopped it sooner. It could have been the stop. But I'm glad he let it go the way that he did, because things got to have natural engines, man. Because sometimes when that happened, the guy be like, well, man, I wasn't really out. I was going to, you can't say none of that shit. And like a soldier, Brian Castano said, hey, man, congratulations. He got the win. He did what he had to do. And hey, he hit me. And hey, he hit me again. And hey, that's where things go. Hey, man, salute to you, good brother. And that's good to see. But don't think that Brian Castano's career is done or he is finished by any means. When Jermell, I'm thinking Jermell's probably going to go to 160, because I heard that Jamal said something about after the Majek Selecki fight, he's going to 168, which puts him right in the backyard of Canelo. He's been running, but them boys is on his ass. It's time to put these fights together, man. You running around playing this old superstar. Oh, come back down to earth, down here where the real fighters is fighting. Let's see what's going on. What's going to be the end here? Are you truly better? Is Andrade a horrible fighter, as you say? Because you didn't go get him at 160 when you had a chance for undisputed the first time. You let it all go and move and went to go fight somebody else somewhere else in some other weight division that nobody over here really gave a damn about. Right? Now you got all them guys that have been chasing you for years is right there in your back pocket now. David Benavidez has been sitting there waiting, calling you out, but somehow you can't seem to find the strength or the recognition to say that man's name. You got Andre that moved up there now. He's sitting in there. He's been chasing you, came out there. You a horrible fighter, horrible, but yet you won't put your name on that motherfucking list. You know what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? It's consistency here that don't fucking look right to me, man. And I smell some fugazi shit. You know? Now, Jermell, he joins up in there. Jermell been on your neck for a minute. He was the number one challenger. 160. Fought 3 mandatory challenges to remain as such till they invented this franchise designation to save your ass from having to fulfill that obligation, which should never have been because it never existed in the history of boxing. It was time for you to fight him. The man earned the spot. And that opportunity and that fight's supposed to have happened, but they allowed you to run and play this superstar, till superstar got burnt out. Dimitri Bivol whooped your motherfucking ass and bring you back to earth. Now, it's just a little too much weight. I don't think this. Now you're trying to find a way to rhyme and reason. Man, bump all that. You should take your L, go on back on the 168 where the smoke at, where the real fighters at, and let's see what's going on. Let's see where you're right. Let's see what really is what. See, this is what Jermell Charlo did. 154. He stayed at only one weight class. He cleaned that motherfucker out. Can't nobody at 154 talking about, well, man, he got me. He ain't motivated me. Now he can't holler that shit because he laid them all out. And he chased it, and he was on the neck of every champion. If you had the strap on your waist, he was on your ass till he got it on around his waist. And that's the way you do it, man. That's the way you do it. And I'm proud, man. I'm sedity over the joint, man. I'm really happy, man. I'm glad for the brother. They work real hard. They do what they're supposed to do, man. And when you out there and you fighting and you grinding out there to be the best, and you get an opportunity to do it, and that was what had me disappointed in the first fight because I felt like he squandered an opportunity, and that opportunity that these black fighters don't get, and he got it. And I was like, man, you gotta take advantage of this. You gotta go all out, even if you get knocked out. You gotta go for it. Don't leave nothing out. Don't let the judge have a chance to say shit, in which that's what he did in the second fight. Took care of that. You see? And that's what you want to see, man. He went back to the lab, got his head right, but he got the right trainer, man. He got the right trainer. Derrick James, man. People got to give this man more respect and honor because he's an old school throwback trainer, and he got these boys right. These boys doing some serious fighting out here. The Bash Brothers. That's what Jermell said, man. We the Bash Brothers. Yeah, Jamal, and Earl Spence, all out of the state of Texas, man, but out here putting it on these boys, man, making it hard on them, man, putting it hard on them, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens, man. But and what's going on with Earl Spence in this Bud Crawford situation, man? I understand it's an offer being made, but they're feeling like it's a little low. It's the initial offer. Okay, boom, what do you want? You rebuttal. Let me know something. Let's get to talking. Let's get it going because I can't hear nothing now. You quiet. You ain't talking about Jermell after that motherfucking knockout, is you? You ain't talking about I'm going to 154. You don't want no that. I tried to tell you before. I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. Boy, I tell you, man. But hey, it's heating up, man. We got some more fights. We got David Benavidez this week. Next week, we got Tank Davis. Oh, matter of fact, Floyd fight this week, too. His fight was from last week. He got Davis fighting this week because the president of United Arab Emirates had passed last week unexpectedly, so that threw off the fight that was supposed to be last week. They're making it this week now. So now you got Floyd's fight. You got David Benavidez fighting this week. Next week, Tank Davis and Roley's going at it. Hey, man. Then what? Another week after that? No. 2 weeks after that, Devin Haney, Cambosis. Oh, 2022 is a year for boxing, man. If you've been out of boxing, you ain't been watching, you ain't been following, you ain't been, checking it out, man. It's time to cut the tube on, man. Check out, see what's going on. It's a lot of action, a lot of smoke going on, man. A lot of smoke. And we ain't done yet because the biggest one could be yet to come. Earl Spence, Bud Crawford. What's up? Man, it's got to happen, man. But, just like Jermell, man, Earl been grinding on this thing undisputed for a number of years, and he been chasing it. And boxing did not lay down to give him the opportunities, man. But it's time now for boxing to come together. Everybody put the pressure. Let's get this fight happening, man. 5 years, everybody been talking about this fight. It's the biggest fight in boxing. Let's get it, man. Ain't no this about all the money. I don't want to hear none of that dumb shit. It's time for the fight. Bud Crawford, you 34, 35, I don't want to hear them about I'm old. I don't care about none of it. Whatever they offer you, man, look here. Maximize the deal, whatever y'all got to do to get the figures, at least in the ballpark figure. It got to be something different no matter what. But this is a historical fight, a fight that needs to take place, a fight that's going to take any one of you guys and make you the number one pound fighter in the world, bar none. Canelo, whatever, you can think what you want to think. It is what it is. Those are the best fighters. Their style beats anybody out here, and they done fought all the styles. Only one guy, Canelo, cannot beat all the styles. He hasn't proven that he ever can do that. So, hey, man, how can you be the number one pound-for-pound fighter, and then you won't fight these guys that everybody want to see you fight? How can we validate you as the pound-for-pound when you don't do that? That's what the whole thing was invented for, right? Hey, this little frustration that fans like myself have about the sport of boxing all can be cleared up when they put these cats in the ring. And that's the beauty of it, man. So, hey, man, stay tuned to Black Star Sports TV, man. I'll be coming back, getting back in this thing, man, because this boxing is heating up. I'm going to heat up, and I'm going to come on here and chat, but I got to chat all day long on that. You understand? So, hey, check out Black Star Sports TV, man. But right now, Jermell Charlo Undisputed 154, baby, is what it is, man. I'm loving it, man. I think I'm going to do Jermell Charlo right here. Should I put it over here? Should I make it up there or over here or something over here? I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. But he got to get on up here, man. I got to get my boys up here, man. I got Deontay up here. So I got to get my boys up here, man. Represent, you know what I'm saying. So it is what it is. Don't take no offense if you're offended. It's just what it is. Undisputed, baby. 154. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let me calm myself down. But hey, man, everybody have a blessed day. Thanks for stopping by, checking out Black Star Sports TV. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell because, hey, man, Black Star get on here when he wants to, man. And I'm going to come through here and I'm going to talk what I got to talk, say what I got to say each and every day. So, hey, big respect to everybody. Black Star Sports TV, man. And I am, let me see. I don't know. Am I not? Yeah. I'm out of here.